Yeah, just Fano Mick here. Just out this beautiful winter's day, taking my old Falcon GT out for a bit of a run. You're going to have a bit of a laugh at this. Now, I'm not going to go on about specifications or anything today. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of my personalising of this GT Falcon. They say you don't do it. There's 1,952 of these things built, I think, in 4-doors. And but anything I do to it could be undone down the track. I'm not overly worried about that anyhow, because I'll have it till I turn my toes up. So, and I like some personal touches, and I like a little bit more grunt. So what we got here, personal touch. This is just, you can look at all the specs on these things, and nothing special. They're just they're a 351 Cleveland. You can just go on and on and on. Top loaded gearbox, or I think it's an FMX, automatic, 9-inch diff, 28 spline. These things were probably more of a green tourer than what the earlier model HOs and that were. These were more of an out and out high speed, point to point car. Better seats, better this, better that, better everything else. So I've put a strut brace on this. That's what I've done from Castlemaine Rod Shop, all rose end joints. This has a 408 cubic inch Cleveland in it. Still have the original engine block. This one's all high quality internals, 4340 steel crank, 4340 scat rods, SRP forged pistons. I've gone on and on about. And underneath I've put a sunlight. I've put, you probably can't see it, welded in from here, some bracing. I bought from Castlemaine Rod Shop too. Bracing that goes in and welds into a big plate here, and it goes down to the spring bolt. It goes through there and stiffens it up. RFR. Yeah, it's stiffening up of the process. All the internals on this thing, 9-inch diff, disc brake, rear end standard, 28 spline 9-inch on these, not a 31. As the phase 3s had and the phase 2s had 31 spline. But by this time they'd modified the ruling a bit, so they didn't have to come out with them to brace. So there you go. And but yeah, so this is it. This is it. I've just had a fella tell me just then, before I was just turning out of Howell's Knob. I was going to do a bit of a thing on it up there, but I decided to do it here because I just thought it'd be a better place. Probably a little bit windy. Hopefully that breeze sound doesn't pick up. And he just pulled up and he was on his Harleys. They were all on their Harleys, and they say, "Oh, I hate Fords." I said, "Oh, well, that's good, mate." He said, "But now I love them." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, mate, I've had this one for over 20 years. Paid just under $7,000 for it. So it's a factory GT." And I said, they insured it the other day for over 100. So I said, "I love Fords." And I said, he said, "I'm a Trana man." I said, "Oh, that's good." I said, "Well, you know what I like about Fords? Good engine, good gearboxes, good differentials, and pretty well everything else that goes with them. A pretty good car in their day." Saying they're up to the day standards of bullets, but this thing can still put a smile on your dial. And I do really like the Cleveland engine. They've been in ways a bit of a copy of a big block Chevrolet out of America, with canted valves and polyangle valves and thises and that's, but there's a lot of advantages to a Cleveland in my book. Water not run through the inlet manifolds, one of the main ones. I think they're a pretty good engine block for what they are. And what you've got to realise now, these were cast up nearly 50 years ago. So, you know, what do you expect? Car heading for 50 years of age and still going. But I'm supposed to have been off the road many years before that, I would suspect. And you can see wet, never wet it. But I constantly am doing rust preventative with it, with all your different rust preventatives. You can see it's all dusty here because, I don't know if you can see that in the black, but anyway, that's what I do. And I continue to love this car up until I turn my toes, so hopefully that's a good way off, so I can have many more years of fun with it, which I've been doing today, slipping into it and asking it the question, putting a smile on my dial, pulling you back in the seat. The third gear pulls hard for what it is, and then you can idle it back to pull like a truck. Well, actually pulls like a truck, but that's what it's like. It's unbelievable. I suppose they are a truck engine in a lot of ways. Truck engine that I like. I'm going to leave it at that. That's my name, Mick. His old Falcon. He's had for over 20 years. I got it in 2000, and now 2021. That's my name, Mick. Out.